They redeploying lots of mans here.
Wow, we got wiped really bad there.
They just spawned another squad in. We're not gonna be able to do anything.
I blame the MCG.
I blame Timmy.
4 minutes
Yes,
left
sir.
in the match. Now, 4 minutes.
Does anyone have a spawn at Paris?
Roger that.
Oh.
Sunday just went up at Paris.
See you is flipping at Paris Sam.
Yeah.
Do the amp stations, yeah?
I hope you have a GSD.
How much time's on the M station? Oh,
I
awesome.
don't
We can do
have a
this.
GSD. Or GSD, I'm gonna go all the way back then.
I don't think we can do that. It's all free, just TIW.
Can this be a YOLO Sunday, please?
They're going through roof.
It's a YOLO
Snipe
Sunday.
them.
Yeah, let's get on the point when the shields are up.
Max crash from the SCU. Max crash from the
Fucking
SCU.
Ekis.
They're on roof. All over roof. Yeah, we need to wipe them now. If they repair SCU, they have a chance.
Just hurting the max to death.
It is a great feeling.
Oh, I got 2 X's.
Jesus, the request is being made for you to do the AOD recruitment
Point,
if
point,
you enjoyed your
point,
time
point.
today. The end of server smash.
Our Sundays are strategically blocking the staircases.
I TK to max, I'm doing this right.
No, you gotta get a little bit of blue and red in your diet also. It's not just a blue diet that helps.
Yeah, baby, the SCU is down, and these guys are
Punanners!
I don't hear them. It's a shame.
I heard Poonanners earlier.
Someone fucking res my max.
2 minutes.
Do you have enough time?
Who's that talking in a really sassy voice? It's amazing. It's amazing.
Can anyone res my max?
Okay.
This?
Alright, Alpha Platoon, listen up. Everybody deserve an amp station.
Oh, I thought so.
Holy shit.
1 minute left to go now. 1 minute.
TR equal winner.
We just picking our own points.
We win because of you.
Where are we going?
I'm gonna send a message to Eagle Eye saying good job. This ain't no battery technology, motherfucker.
Ten, 9, 8,
Yeah.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End of match, end of match. Congratulations to Emerald. You win with 58% against Connery's 38%. Can I get the force commanders in the interview channel?
Eagle, you are human.
It's time to party!
They're gonna interview Eagle?
Yeah.
I wanna hear this.
Yeah, somebody link this shit. I know what it is. I'm just gonna link it anyway.
Screw machine gun party. Rocket launchers.
Fuck, it's not HTML. Oh well.
That's right. Emerald drops it like it's hot. We picked TR. They said no one went with TR. Well,
Oh, stream delay, so we have time.
well, we dropped them with superior brain power. No one can stop this. Even Cobalt thought they could stop us. Don't make me laugh.
The Emerald lead
Look,
is
guys, I
taking a
tripled my
30-second
KD
bio,
from last
and he'll
time,
be
so I'm
with us.
pretty happy. That was a
I think we're still waiting on Connery as well, actually.
Where's your party going to be, Emerald? You going to go back to your warp kit or what?
I think we'll stay at Parasam, thank you.
Okay, not the crown.
Oh, that Parasam cap was so close at the end, so my guys are very happy to do that at the end. It was a long push all the way up from the biolab all the way down. That was their objective, to get down to Parasamp, and I don't know how we did it, but we did it. It put up a really good fight all the way.
Right.
Geez, oh, you'd think the observer camera could fly in the door that it owns the territory. There we go. Sorted. So, I guess you want to walk us through that fight there, because that was pretty brutal. I mean, in your beginning game plan then for Emeralds, was it to go for the biolab, TI alloys? What was your plan there?
Our designated force command still isn't here, I guess, speaking for him. Maybe he just joined, I'm not sure. But it was difficult. We always knew that attacking from the north is an advantage in some ways, but most of the bases that you could take, we felt were more on the west side rather than the east side. So on the east side, we were just planning to hold the line and then trying to push down if we can. And so the bulk of our forces were on that west side. Taking the biolab was critical. Of course, you know, if they took the biolab, that really opened up the map for them. That was a very, very close call, really, because they really pushed hard with a lot of maxes at the beginning, but we somehow got through there, and then they made some really big pushes deep into Mao on the east side. That caused us a lot of conflict.
Good.
But once that was done, then things kind of seemed to balance out at the hour mark, although it sounds like our force commander is now back from his bios trying to find his way into the channel now, so let me see if I can do that.
He's here.
I'm here. Yeah, what'd I do? I had to take a leak like the last 20 minutes of that match.
We were just saying that what was your opening play there at the start?
Yeah, I kind of caught somewhat like what we're saying. A lot of it was us just trying to stall out the 3-point bases in the west and in the center, while trying to really push down Vano Archives, the Biolab, and TI Alloys. We felt like we could push those through decently quickly, and that is where there's a lot of single-point bases we could really push into and try to get our territory there.
Bear back, guys.
So we tried to stall out in the west while swinging around and taking the Biolab. Turns out the Biolab took longer than we expected to cap.
I don't even want to see
we got it
stats.
eventually, which was solid because
the whole time.
that really opens up for them their vein of bases they can take. So for us, trying to stop that was also important.
And what about you guys, Connery? Because you actually got 4 out of the 7 major contestable bases at the beginning. I mean, what was your beginning plan?
Well, we one of our biggest things was actually Alatum, and it was kind of interesting because I didn't think Emerald would dedicate as many forces as they did over to Alatum, but once they did, one of the things I did was I split those guys up. I just kind of cut my losses at Alatum and moved on. The ability to get Crimson Bluff Tower and Indar Bay Point were huge for us, and then we were able to secure a couple of those really small caps, like TI Alloys was huge. One of my platoons was able to just move over there very, very quickly and secure that base. So overall, the opening for us was positive, even though it really wasn't what I was expecting, to be perfectly honest.
And I guess one of the other things we have to ask about is the Air Force. We did see, Connery's Air Force coming in at times, especially when you guys took the Palisade. They came in and you fended off the skies, but for the most part, I from my point of view, it was Emerald's Air Force was really dominating, very similar to Briggs' Air Force dominating against Miller. To me, it looked like Emerald's Air Force was dominating in terms of ground pounding against Connery's. You guys maybe got an opinion on that or a thought?
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, once again, Connery had a little bit of an issue getting pilots to the actual service match, and for whatever reason that was, you know, we definitely rounded up a lot of our reserves. You know, I think we had a solid plan for our pilots. It just kind of didn't go through the way we expected it to. We wanted to kind of overwhelm in one of the lanes instead of just like trying to overwhelm the whole map, which is what really catches Connery off guard a lot of the time. But unfortunately, we kind of had to make changes very, very quickly near the end with our pilots, and you know, it's too bad. And my air lead is an excellent person. Both the guys that air led for me, they just didn't really have the resources to pull it off against what Emerald had.
And I guess one of the other things I noticed during the fight, and I guess everyone was drinking too when I said force multipliers, was yeah, right. Strategically speaking, I thought both force commanders had a good grasp of the game and knew what they're doing and where to attack and what to attack, and perhaps on the defensive plays. But on a tactical level, that being the people on the ground, how to fight or how to take a base, to me it seemed Emerald was doing a better job. They would always bring harassers or sunderers, you know, and then just have all these kind of extra multipliers to dominate the capture point, the spawn room, that type of stuff. And when Connery was playing, I didn't see as much of that from you guys. Is that maybe something you want to work on in the future, or was that something intentional, or what?
Sorry to cut you off, Franco. I just felt that this map really relied more on platoon leads more so than the force commanders. Force commanders like really watch the clock, but when it came down to these large bases and using the forces that you have available to you, I found as a platoon lead we had a lot more pressure on us to use all those resources available to us rather than just the typical way to do things. It's very interesting.
And you, Shock?
You know, one of the things that the moment I became force commander for Connery was working on was actually, you know, upping the overall competency levels of the server in terms of just, you know, getting our guys just better at doing kind of everything in the game. And I know they made very, very good improvements on that, because there's a kind of a mentality shift that Connery needed to make in order to really overcome teams, especially like Emerald, who is, you know, definitely considered to be probably one of the best service match teams out there. We knew we had a big challenge. We knew that in order to really overcome that, we needed to get kind of our guys up to par, up to snuff. And a lot of outfits did a really good job of that, but unfortunately, you know, it was kind of too little, too late. But you know, I think Connery is on the rise for sure, because this is definitely the best match they played against Emerald, and I give huge props to Emerald. They are very, very tough and overwhelming. There were a lot of fights where I saw that we were outnumbering Emerald, and we had the right tactical call, but we'd still lose the base or still not get the appropriate resecures. So it's little things like that I think Connery can work on in the future. So overall, though, again, I already talked to Connery about this. I want to give them mad props for doing what they did in the last month. They were pretty down after their last loss.
I'd like to respond to that, because I was part of the team against Connery. I think it was at Blossom the last time we saw each other. And the difference between that Connery team and this one is huge. They really, really improved on so many levels, and we were really pulling our hair out at some of the bases, and I don't remember that emotion in the previous Connery match. So definitely a team to watch out for if there's another tournament. In terms of the multipliers, we had a lot of discussions about how effective it is to really have them, but this is Indar. The whole territory around Alatum is so harasser friendly. It's the classic harasser ground, so we made sure that we put our best harasser Alpha Ekus in that position, and around Snake Ravine they were constantly doing circles, wiping out the Sundies much more effectively than the air could because of the trees, etc. But then that relieved our air to then focus on other fronts. So it's definitely something to consider for other games.
That was something I mentioned on stream as well. I saw that Harasser squad doing work a lot. I was wondering if was that a strategic thing that was decided before the match, or was that just a platoon leader's intuition in the game? Because they were just so useful in destroying the Sunderers, because the Sunderers were so strong, and when Connery tried to do the same thing that Emerald did to take Snake Ravine, they brought in the Sunderers. harasser squad just ran rings around and bombarded them down.
Yeah, well, it was a conscious effort. The platoon layout of that platoon was very infantry biased, all the top heavy players, but then we had the support squad, which was Ikus, the harasser outfit. I say that because all they do is play harassers and nothing else, and that's all they've ever done for 2 years in this game. But they were very good at using Sundays in different places, certainly in Botany Wing. But when there's an opportunity to use people who have really good homed skills on live, and if it's transferable into Smash, then it works. So I wouldn't say like you need a harasser squad to be effective. You need really good people. Like, you don't have a heavy squad. You have awesome people who, if it's future crew AC, that level makes the big difference.
We did notice a lot of harassment play as well. Like, there was a lot of like, there were so many contestable lanes at a certain point. The way the map was playing at like 9 or 10 potential lanes, we did notice that in certain bases they're like sub 12 players just flipping points. Did you have a squad that was just pure annoyance squad or something? This was for Emerald.
We had D117 with us again this time around, and we used them a lot to contest the bases. I mean, they practically got us the crown. They taked it down practically the whole way by themselves before we could reinforce. Did the same thing did at the end at Crossroads. They're so good at what they do. It's such a huge thing for us to have in our team.
I wanted to bring it up because
shout out to Bax as well, because south of Vanu Archives there, a lot of times we kept Connery bouncing between those bases and there's so many lattices down there that connect to so many other bases. You know, we'd have them tick down one, send the entire platoon to the other one, and then once one got smashed in, we'd just jump over to the next base.
I wanted to bring up a separate point about the crown, because the crown is obviously quite infamous and live from the old days, but I don't think it's a particularly hard base to take on. It's still hard, but it's not impossible on Server Smash. And the way Emerald took it was quite impressive. They basically just kept persevering there for 20-30 minutes, you know, buying seconds each time they made an attack and just kept at the harassment. And then the same, if you said it was a squad that did that, they did very good work at Crossroads as well, keeping the points down and flipping the SU, just buying so much time. I mean, I think they tied up an entire platoon at one point with just 1 to 12 people. That was a really impressive play.
Yeah, there were 9 of them. And like I said, they're very good at making you chase shadows.
I did.
Very good. And it's one of those things when we were trying to draft a team for these things, it's just so important for us to have someone who can do that, tie up a whole lane like that by themselves.
Playing snipers sucks.
It's really a credit to those guys and what they do.
Well, good thing I saw from Emerald. Sorry, go ahead.
We're just wrapping up now. I think Emerald, you're playing Briggs next, aren't you? In May.
Yeah,
that's your next game. So are you looking forward to that? I mean, are you going to defeat the undefeated server?
I think the only way we can do that is if we can all kind of VPN and up our pings to 200 to make it a fair fight. And then
to make it a fair fight, right? Or if we just get some, I don't know, like Jaeger on a European server, and then you can meet in the middle.
There we go. That will work. Hawaii, let's go.
Right, and Connery, your guys' next game is against Cobalt, I think. How are you guys feeling about that?
Everyone's
well, you know, with the like I was saying before, with the way we played against Emerald, and you know, I said, you know, I've already said Connery's on the upswing, so you know, here's to hoping that we'll be kind of a little bit higher in the food chain by the time we play Cobalt,
right?
And our guys are just a little bit more trained, a little bit more.
Well, Cobalt needs to play Miller first, and Miller's going to dunk Cobalt, so they're going to be so emotionally traumatized that maybe you'll have an easier time.
That's probably what happened here, because we're all emotionally traumatized from losing to Miller earlier.
Oh god, yeah, that one base fight, god, it was terrible. Yeah, it was, or awesome, depending on your point of view, right.
It was the only time I've ever seen Resonades actually get maxed out on how many people they could revive.
I was playing Sniper.
Okay guys, well, you got anything else you want to say to each other as we head off, and then we're just going to end the stream in a few minutes.
That was my
problem. You want to say anything to
your
two little teams?
I'm looking forward to a rematch.
It was the best
no one else was playing
play I've ever seen from Connery. Really, really good job there, Shock.
An honourable fight to the end.
Cool.
So,
well, thanks so much, guys.
I'll
I hope you had
take
fun.
it out. No one else
Enjoy your
did.
party and whatnot, and we will see you guys next
Hey, I
month
killed
as you
3
play against your
people with an
respective
EMP
servers.
grenade, okay?
And Charge, you want to join me up, and we'll just end the stream here.
I didn't know EMP grenades could kill people, but they do.
So that was that. Props to Cobalt. You guys are a good
Yeah,
server. I'm just because I'm playing next month or next week. Sorry, so I'm going to enjoy this.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday, yeah, I'm going to be playing. So I won't be casting. I'll be someone else. So all you haters can go hate on someone else. I think it's perhaps Maelstrom or something will cast, or just this year. You're not there
I'll
either.
be there, so there's no Miller bias in the referee or in the casting.
Okay, so.